Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Tony. I hope you are doing well. Today I am going to talk about this beautiful plant that I found, and it has been in my care for at least a year now. I got this plant while I was shopping in Kansas City. It is the butterfly plant. This plant is so beautiful and is so unique. So here you go. I'm going to take a quick little break here and let you guys take a look at this beautiful plant. As you can see, the leaves are quite unique. They look like butterflies. This plant is also called a swallowtail plant. So when I got this plant, I placed it in my greenhouse, and a bunny snuck into the greenhouse and chomped on this plant, and they really like it. They ate the plant all the way back to about an inch. So there weren't any leaves left, and I thought that this guy was a goner. However, after I think 3 months or so, it started to put off a new growth, and this is where it did it. So this plant, during last winter, I put it in my sunroom and it survived. And during this growing season, I put it back out into the greenhouse, and it's been doing fine there. This plant is very delicate, you guys. If you feel the leaves, they are incredibly thin. So this means that this plant cannot dry out completely. I put this plant in very well drained soil with plenty of perlites, because they do get root rot quite easily as well. Overall, this plant is not a beginner plant, and if you do keep it indoor, you have to place it where it will get a ton of indirect sunlight, because this plant is not an indoor plant, unfortunately. It will do better if you place it outside, but not in direct sunlight either. Overall, I think this plant is quite unique, and you can grow this plant from seed or cuttings. I have taken quite a few cuttings of this plant, and the success rate is very low. Depending on your methods, you might get a cutting to root. You can do this, by water propagation, placing the cuttings into the, some water. It will take at least 6 weeks or more to put out roots. And then going back to the point earlier, the failure rate is quite high. Likely the cuttings will get rotted pretty quickly. The water method is not great. Ruin this plant in sand or perlites isn't that great either. Right now I'm trying to propagate this plant using sphagnum moss. I've taken, like I say, several cuttings of this plant, and I've just started it, so I will be sharing the results with you guys hopefully soon. I will probably update you guys in the community page, where I post pictures of plants and stuff that are doing really well currently. So yeah, I'm very lucky to have this plant in my collection. It's a beautiful plant. Just based on how it is, it's probably very hard to get this plant in a local nursery or anywhere local. You can order seeds. I don't know, how successful you will be if you started from seeds, but I'm glad that I just got this plant established, even though the bunny almost took it away from me. Incredibly beautiful plant. They do flower, they do seed. So hopefully one day this plant will flower for me and produce some seeds, and then I will probably try to see if I can get some started with seeds. Cuttings, however, are so hard to get this plant cultivated. There are several other species of this plant. beautiful plant, and I hope you add this one to your collection. Just want to give you guys a brief video on this plant. I highly rate it due to its uniqueness, but its care is kind of difficult for especially beginners like me. So out of 0 to 10 in terms of how I would rate this plant, I rate the plants based on its appearance, and then its care. So out of 10, I'll probably give this plant a 10 out of 10 based on the appearance, but in terms of care, I'll probably give it a 5 out of 10 because it's so finicky, delicate, and incredibly hard to take care of inside of your home. If you do have a greenhouse or a sunroom, this plant will probably do better there. Okay, thank you so much for watching, you guys. Again, this is Tony. Please remember to subscribe to my channel for more plant content. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.